Céline Cervi was born in France in 1973. She holds both the French and Maltese nationalities. After training as a political scientist in Aix-en-Provence, Paris, Exeter, and Bruges, she specialized in European affairs. She has worked for the EU, the UN, international NGOs, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Mediterranean, and has been volunteering on many fronts. She's also a Kundalini yoga teacher, a Reiki master, and she writes poetry. She's a peace seeker, knowing all too well that peace starts within. She's inspired by the book she reads, the healers she meets, and all the women she's blessed to call her sisters. Her book, published in collaboration with Eurobox, is entitled My Womb is an Artist, a collection of poems that contains in verses emotion and desires of an author who wants to express the very essence of existence, of coming into the world, living, creating, and healing. Céline is right now connected with us to deepen her book. Hi, Céline. Welcome to Conoscere TV, and thank you for accepting this invitation.
Good morning. Thank you, Geneva, for having me today.
So let's talk about this very captivating title of yours, My Womb is an Artist. What is this poetry collection about, and how is it structured, please?
My Womb is an Artist is a journey. It's a journey into exploration of the feminine mind, the feminine soul, the longing for love. It's a journey that I take my readers on to get closer to that feminine essence. And the womb really characterizes the space where all the creativity can take place. So My Womb is an Artist is a poem that came about actually after a meditation of mine, where I just realized that all seeds, whether the seeds to bring about life or the seeds for creativity, are not planted necessarily in the mind, but really in the womb.
And how is this book structure? Is there any specific flow?
Yes, there is a specific flow. We start with the womb, with a questioning of what the womb is all about, space for creativity, a space as well which brings us back to our ancestors and the women who came before us and how we relate to them. There is a poem about all the women who came before us. And the person talking would be asking questions about their personalities, who they were, what kind of women they were, whether they were fun, whether they were more had more difficult characters, whether they were actually artists themselves or simply mothers. We start with the womb, and then we explore some sensuality of a woman, the longing for love. There are also some snapshots of places where I lived. I lived in many, many places. I was blessed to live in many, many places around the world, in Malta, in the Philippines, in Turkey. So there are a few poems that captures these moments of mine when I lived abroad. But then it finishes with an invitation to embrace life to the fullest, as a woman, as a creator, as an artist. So it is a very, I would say, it's a real invitation for women to dive into their creative self.
So we said earlier that you are a Reiki healer and a Kundalini yoga teacher. How do these disciplines transpire in your writing?
Well, I think when you are a healer and you work with energy, you get to a very specific space, a space of, I would say, a space of grace, a space, the healing space is very, very particular. So when you get to that space, it's a space where love and joy and yes, love and joy and grace really abounds. There's one of the poems in the book is called Grace, and it's all about this. It captures this space that we enter when we do some healing. So it's a beautiful healing space. But it's also a space that you can enter when you dive into meditation. And as Kundalini practitioners, we meditate. A lot, and we use mantras to help us out to get into a meditative state. And I realized that it is the same space that we enter, a space of light, a space of grace, a space of love. So these disciplines really helped me to harness the power of love, the power of the light, the power of the healing. And I hope that through my poems I can share this space with the readers.
So ultimately, what is the message that you would like to transmit to your reader through your book?
Ultimately, it's a message of peace, I think, a message of peace, a message that all is well at any given time, even if we go through life with our struggles, our disconnection. I think it's a message of reconnection, a message that we are one, that we are whole. The writing is very, I would say, transparent, very. I had some people telling me that it's very liquidish, that we go beyond words, and I hope that this is the feeling that the readers will be left with, that you are embraced by the love and the light.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Céline. We want to wish you best luck with your book, and thank you again for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you to you.
My Womb is an Artist, written by Céline Cervi, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobox.